He's standing by live on Los Alturas Road in Santa Barbara, which we know suffered some major damage throughout the night. Mike, what can you tell us?
Well, Paula, we are on the 600 block of Los Alturas Road. I'll step behind so you can see this, Kenny. We have been an eyewitness all morning long to the destruction in parts of this neighborhood. Now, just about 15 minutes ago, this property on the 600 block of Los Alturas Road succumbed to the flames that have been burning since we arrived well before 5 a.m. Walls collapsed. Glass and trees are exploding. We can still hear the explosions. Next door, we spotted a chemical flame releasing dangerous toxins into the air. At least 2 houses where we are standing by have been destroyed. Now, back here live, if we point this way, Kenny, we can see the fire crew making their way back down from the hill, and above them you can see that house has been spared for now. The water drops have been effective in some parts of this area. The battery's about to die, so we are going to send it back to you guys.
It's been a fierce battle for the frontline firefighters facing flames erupting on the sides of steep canyons. The Gap Fire is now in its second week and continues to threaten thousands of homes below West Camino Cielo in the Los Padres National Forest.
You want to come down here?
Sure.
We joined inmates turned firefighters. They came in from the baseline camp located in Jamestown, California. They were on the hot edge of the very active fire line.
Well, our assignment today is making sure that the flames don't come up too high where it crosses over and will create a very difficult situation with coming around the outer part of this fire and cause more havoc on the other side where the homes are.
The violent fire has threatened the main power source for over 150,000 residents, and at times the flames, smoke, and ash have caused blackouts. This job can be exhausting. Even when monitoring a burnout, fatigue is a concern. The shifts are 24 hours.
Well, at nighttime, we continue to watch for spot fires and watch for embers crossing over the line. We don't get much sleep. We're trained to watch until the shift is over.
And if the wind should shift and go racing up this hill, these firefighters will go this way, climbing up this steep hill to what's called a safe zone, and wait until the fire goes by. The crews are supported by helicopters and air tankers working the same lines, but much of their work is done with backfires and the exhaustive swinging of hand tools.
I use this side for grubbing to endure the line and make a 4-foot scrape by doing this right here. And this part I take out half a trees with, sir.
Over 1,000 firefighters are playing a direct role to slay the Gap Fire, and many are right here facing the fire to save lives and property miles away. On the front line of the Gap Fire, John Palmentary, Key News.
Strolling on the sand.
It's a high-tech look at the proposal to renovate the now dormant Miramar Hotel in Montecito. A presentation to planners and the public included testimony from famous faces and longtime residents.
The history with the Miramar. You say Miramar, you have to smile, right? Miramar.
Developer Rick Caruso says he has respect for the Miramar's history and put that in his plan.
Design a project that echoes the mystique of a gone-by era. Provide visitors with a beautifully landscaped, even-graded site to enhance walking and strolling experience, allowing visitors to stroll the property from its gardens to the open spaces where you can view the ocean.
One nearby resident, a former actress on the TV show Seinfeld, used a classic line from the sitcom in her view of the project.
What does this design need? It needs to be shrunk down. This design needs shrinkage. Commissioners, please give us shrinkage, and that is no joke.
But supporters say the dilapidated site is an eyesore, and Caruso's plan will restore its classic, nostalgic California look.
It's a disgrace to the community. It is just being kept so poorly, and the plan that I see before us today, I think, is really quite remarkable.
At the Montecito Planning Commission meeting, a standing room only crowd came out to comment on the Miramar project. In Santa Barbara, John Palmentary, Key News.
President-elect Barack Obama promised the nation change. Now a group of City College students is traveling cross-country to document that change as it happens.
Okay, ready? All right, Miss Molly.
A group of 5 Santa Barbara City College students are hitting the road. They're making a 26-day journey across the United States all the way to D.C. with stops in between.
Vegas, Denver, Chicago, North Carolina.
Molly Walker says they're filming a documentary called Brock Nation, The Journey for Change. But don't let the name fool you. The film is not completely centered on the newly elected president, but the people who supported him.
He's already called on us. He said, all right, you elected me, but I can't do this alone. You know, it's not his job to fix the country. That's something that we all have to participate in. And so what we're wanting to do is to find people who are already starting movements to participate in that kind of change and find out what they're doing and what can be done.
It's about the people and our generation and how they're taking action to what we're facing.
The group plans to document the nation's journey of change by interviewing students from grassroots organizations and the general public. Videos and blogs of the journey will be updated daily on their website, thebaracknation.com.
What's really different about this film and about this project is that we're doing it the way Barack did it. So he used new technology and social media to be able to reach out.
During the road trip, the students will also attend the inauguration of Barack Obama, and once they return back here, they'll piece together a feature-length documentary, which you can see snippets of as early as springtime. Reporting in Santa Barbara, Arthi Nehru, Key News.
After heavy rains soaked the hills above Santa Barbara and Montecito, a layer of mud and debris blocked Mountain Drive in Santa Barbara where it crosses Coyote Creek. Most homes in this area burned in the November tea fire. This morning, the road was impassable even for heavy-duty vehicles.
No, I wouldn't put a four-wheel drive through here. It would get stuck right there in the mud.
The mud here was about 3 feet deep in some areas.
We came up here at about 8:30 and found a bunch of mud, quite a considerable amount of mud, maybe 1,000 tons of mud.
Which way did this come from? Did it come from that hill, or did it come
A lot of it always comes down that wash, and a bunch came down this one. And the creek is a really good creek for flow. I've always kept it really clear.
Oh shoot, look how deep this is.
The muddy mess kept the road blocked for several hours. Public Works crews made it a priority to punch a hole in this runoff, not only to clear the road, but open it up for emergency vehicles. Up the coast in the Goleta Gap Fire area, no major problems were reported from the heavy rain there. A crane was brought out to a creek in Elwood Canyon that was loaded up with woodsy debris from the runoff, but it did not dam up the water flow. By mid-morning, the sun found its way through the clouds.